Okay, here's number 2. So some things to notice about this. It's a multiple choice question, which means that it's not going to take as long as something that is a free response. And also your answers are left in terms of pi, meaning you're not required to multiply pi by the number and round to the nearest thousandth, 3 decimal places. But you're expected to do the multiplication of the numbers that you do know in your head, and then choose the answer that best represents what you find. So if we look at it, we're given the volume of a cone. We're told that the radius and height are increasing at a constant rate of 1/2 centimeter per second. And it wants to know at what rate. So that means, again, we're finding a rate. We're not finding a value or a position. In cubic centimeters per second, is the volume increasing when the height is 9 and the radius is 6. So right off, we know that h is 9, r is 6, and we also know that the rate of the height and the rate of the radius are both 1/2. So we need to take the derivative of our formula and substitute our values to find our dv dt, the derivative of the volume with respect to time, or its rate. So we've got v equals, I'm going to make that pi thirds r squared h. So we're going to use the product rule. So we've got dv dt equals, so I'm going to derive the first part of it first and leave the second part alone. So I've got 2 pi thirds r dr dt times h. And now I'm going to take the derivative of or leave the first part alone, I'm sorry, and take the derivative of the second part. Okay, and we know all of the variables on the right hand side. We're trying to find dv dt. So we have here 2 pi thirds times r, which is 6, dr dt is 1/2, and h is 9. So 6, 1/2, and 9, plus pi thirds r squared. So that's 6 squared times, running out of room, 1/2. Okay, so some things to notice here. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So now 2 times 9 is 18, so that's 18 pi. 6 squared is 6 times 6, so this looks like this. Okay, so 6 divided by 3 is 2, and also 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I'm just left with 6 pi. Pi acts like a variable here, since these are like terms now. This is 24 pi. C. So if you need to watch that part where I did the math to see how you leave pi alone, watch that a couple of times and just kind of let it sink in.